Hi, everybody. Good evening and welcome, Republic of Italy. We've arrived here in Monza, just a few kilometers outside of Milano, and we're here for round 10 of the GP4 OC 2019 GP2 season. I'm your lead commentator, Robert, and I'm joined today by a former GP2 champion and current top class driver, Franco Gamba. Hello, Franco.
And also 2011 GP2 winner here at Monza. Buonasera a tutti ragazzi. How it's going?
It's going all right for me. How about for you?
Yeah, just at the race, and yeah, it was a bit disappointing, but overall, satisfying P4 overall.
Franco, is it all right? Well, unfortunately, we couldn't have the race yesterday because Flo is not feeling so good. He is feeling a little bit better now, but he can't talk. But still, thankfully, we've got the race right here, and I can't wait for it to happen. It's Chuck McCarthy on pole, his first ever GP2 pole, and will he be able to hold on and take the win? Who knows, really? Either way, it's been a chaotic race last time out in Spa, and who knows, maybe more of the same here in Italy. We'll see. We're also going to reveal the voted track, which will be round 11, at the end of this race. And I have been allowed to give you a little hint, guys. So I will. So let's see if you guys can guess it based on my hint, and I will tell you at the end of it. And the hint is 2. That's it, just the word 2. No further context. That's the hint. If you can figure it out, congratulations. You'll find out if you're right or not at the end of the race. But anyway, let's get going with the grid. Right, it is Chuck McCarthy on pole, and trading about the front row is Lorenzo Tomaselli, once again qualifying in second. Spike took the lead in the first quarter. Can he do it again here at Monza? We'll see. Joe Warson is in third, a few races after his podium in Germany, with Daniel Adventure in P4.
Then, on third row, we have Nicolas Zorba, good qualifying by him, and Aaron Curtis on P6. To the curvy, the championship contender is in P7. So of the championship contender, is in the best positions compared to the others. Jack Callaway P8. Last season he had a podium here in Monza. P9 for Max Gill and
Franco, you're only supposed to do 4. But Max Gill is in P9 in the one virtuosi with Jamie Griffiths in 10th in the Carlin. He'll be upping to get some more places just like he gained in Spa. Tomasz Pascual is starting P11 and a new championship leader Thomas Anderson is all the way down in 12, but he's not too far behind Kirby.
Then we have Kyle Merce on P13 with the other Arden, and Dennis Groff P14 with the Trident. Then we have Mariko Kalvage P15 and P16 Rosalind Prosuk.
Yeah, that's right. Henry Watzel is our P17. He's followed by Ben Valdiger. Then we have Thomas Bennett in P19, driver of the day, maybe, or contender for it in Belgium when he made the brilliant recovery. Let's see if he can make another one. And joining him on the penultimate row is Rahul Patel.
And then we have the last row with the current 2 last drivers in the standings, which are Gabriel Quintino and Isaac Fejere. And let's see now the weather.
Yep, that's right. The drivers will have to negotiate 32 laps of this great circuit, and it's going to be a dry race. But before we start, some words of wisdom, because there are good news and bad news when you go racing at Monza. The good news is that almost every corner is an overtaking opportunity. The bad news is that almost every single corner is an overtaking opportunity. It's good news because you can pass the opponent at any corner on the track, but the bad news is he can get back past you immediately on the next corner, so you have to be decisive with your moves and don't leave your opponent a chance to fight back. That's how you take the position.
Yeah. Above all in the straight, when you can get the slipstream back if the driver is overtaken at Parabolica. So
yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting race, I think.
Absolutely, and we're gonna wait. I can't wait to get it underway. Who's gonna win today in Italy? We'll have to wait and see. We have McCarthy on pole. We're on board with him. 19 laps of fuel in his wagon. Tomaselli on the right. Can he take the lead from P2 on the grid yet again? We'll see. Has got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. which are now going to be out, and we're racing in Italy. It's a good launch from McCarthy. Tomaselli seems to have bogged down a little bit. Warson looks like he's already got the jump on him. Looks like Adventure could be trying the same thing on Tomaselli. Yeah, Tomaselli's dropping places massively there, look. And here we go into turn 1. Galloway made the move there. Brilliant stuff.
Galloway
Get past Adventure there. Yeah, indeed. There has been a collision, look.
Yeah.
Quintino has been involved in damage. We're bad at a fake. But Warson took the lead. How he did do that?
Let's see the crash. Oh well, yeah. Turn 1, madness as always.
Can stay there. Bad ran to the back of Patel, and Quintino was unable to avoid the whole mass. Pretty much everyone almost came to a halt nearly. But look at Warson. I did not think he would take the lead, but that's a brilliant start. Reminds you of Alonso's start in 2011 when he took the lead from 5th of the grid, though. Even though he started from 3rd, this was an impressive start nonetheless. And great effort there, outbroke, also got around the outside.
Yeah, Galloway from P8 to P3. 5 places gained in one corner.
It's not the first time he's done it this season, let's not forget. Had a similar effort.
Yeah.
Once again, he's showing he's good at those launches. Tomaselli, meanwhile, lost so many positions there, look.
He has done the same start at Austria.
Indeed. That was absolutely great from Jake Galloway. As now McCarthy will be trying to take back the lead into Valletta della Roggia. Let's see if he can take it back from Warson. Yes, he can. Galloway defends from Adventure, meanwhile, as Burns is attempting a move. I don't think he can pull it off. He's got Zorbach behind. Patel overtakes Watson in the meantime, and the cars with damage are dropping further back. I think Griffiths is up to 9th, so that's certainly good news for him. But I want to look at the rest of the field. McCarthy is extending his advantage now that he's taking back the lead. And now Galloway, the man who gained so many places on lap 1, could gain yet another one. He's lining up Warson for a pass into Variante's car. Can he pull it off? And yes, he can.
And also
Curtis as well. Incredible. Warson had a great start to take the lead. However, that lead lasted very shortly, and it's now back to square one, or even worse than that, because he's now lower than his grid position. That was a brilliant dive from Curtis. He almost ran to the back of Galloway, but thankfully he didn't.
Absolutely incredible how close he was behind Galloway. He uses his slipstream to get close and close. Also, Zorbach had a very bad start.
Anderson was defending from Graf. In the meantime, look at this. Corby is trying to make a move. Adventure here. Let's see if he can go for 5th place. Now he's backing out there. But Tomaselli is not. He's eager to get back in this fight. He's got past Killed, or I should say defended from him. And now this will give Griffiths an opportunity to get the Scotsman. Let's see as we start lap 2 of this race. McCarthy, the early fastest lap, of course. And now Griffiths will have a great shot to overtake Skillen. But meanwhile, Warstead is coming back. He's not giving up. He's trying to get past Curtis here. Adventure's trying something as well. Warstead breaks late. And once again, late braking is the way to go. He's up into 3rd place again. Meanwhile, look, Zorbach has re-overtaken Kalovic and Patel. That's from Graf. Yeah, indeed.
And there we go. Now.
Quintino and Bet are pitting. Meanwhile, let's look at Dudu Corby because he's in the joint championship lead position with Anderson. He's been in that same situation with Griffiths. Now he wants to take the lead outright for himself. And this move on Adventure will surely help him.
Also
Griffiths. But Griffiths also made the move.
So far now, Kirby has the 10-point advantage.
Look at Burns here. Zorbach is making a move also on, is that Tomaselli? It's Paschal. And now Kalovic made a move as well. Yeah. Paschal just didn't have the greatest line there. And yeah. He was trying to go for the outside of Burns, but that was never going to work. Zorbach sneezed right through and got a place of him. Kalovic also found the momentum and just sent it past with the second last. But I told you every single corner can be overtaking opportunity. And I think this proves it. My little advice at the start of this race is definitely worthwhile. Every single corner can be an overtaking opportunity. That's both good and bad, depending on where you are. And right now, if you're on Curtis, that's good news if you overtake him at Parabolica. But if he overtakes him, he will be vulnerable in the first corner. He's got him. But Warson will have the slipstream.
Let's see
Let's see if Warson can heed my advice. He's gonna slipstream Aaron Curtis and maybe get him in towards the Retifilio.
Let's see how it's going to end, but I think Watterson is going to be ahead of Curtis. Meanwhile, Calvis as well past
three late
Burns.
braking maneuvers from Watterson.
And there we go.
Now Adventure making a move on Tomaselli. He's got him nicely. Watch for Burns behind. Ooh, big luck up there for Patel. And Watson makes a move on his teammate Anderson. Brilliant.
Anderson dropping down the order. And
that wasn't
Watson
just on
made
Anderson,
3 places.
Watson gained, yeah, quite a lot. Obviously, Patel had his lockup. But you can't help but admire such a move like this. Let's see again. First, he got past Graf, he's a straight line speed advantage. You know, but then he took advantage of Patel's lockup and just got him on the brakes. And this absolute set on his teammate to move that away at the last moment. That could have been a very nasty collision. But Henry Watson is through, safe and sound, thankfully.
And also a great move. 3 places in 1 corner at Monza is not easy overall in the straight. So
no,
nice move. Not.
Absolutely. Now then, look. Graf is trying to get that Anderson here. You know, Wallinger trying to make a move, but he can't get Isaac Fastray here.
Yeah. By the way, championship leader isn't having the easiest of the races. So 15th place so far when Dudu Kubi is now P5. So a good advantage so far for the Brazilian driver.
It's also good news for Jamie Griffiths. He wants to get back as there's a big lockup for Curtis. Thankfully, he didn't go off wide. If he ended up in the gravel, that would have been very nasty. Thankfully, the damage wasn't too much. From the damage, I mean, in a non-literal sense. As now Kalevich makes a move on Burns, up to 11th he goes. We have a battle there between Graf and Patel. The German was able to hold him off, though. Meanwhile, let's look at Tomaselli. He's not going to be close enough into Parabolica, but that could be a blessing. He'll have the advantage in towards turn 1. That slipstream. As now his teammate Pascual is trying to get past Burns into the Parabolica. He can't get him initially. They might have a second shot.
And
now look at this. Here comes Tomaselli. I think he'll be pretty happy he stayed behind in Parabolica because now he's just going to dive past Adventure. Turn 1 is the best opportunity to get past. Not just because of how easy it is, but it's hard for the opponent to counterattack unless he gets a great round to the Curva Grande. As now Pascual overtakes Burns. Zorbach also made the move earlier. Patel dives it past Graf. And Fastray is trying to get involved as well.
And yeah, Raul Patel P16. A bit far from the points, but not impossible to get points. So just need a bit to close the gap to the group. Because
in a race like this, point could go to anyone really. It's fight after fight after fight, and now another fight. Watsel's gonna dive it down the inside of Ante De La Rocha, but he can't overtake Carl Burns here. Afraid not. Now look at this. Curtis and Larson have been fighting for a while, and their fighting is continuing.
Let's see if Curtis makes the move here.
Needs to make sure he gets it right on the brakes this time around.
And
he does. Nicely done, and Curtis is up at the 3rd place. Meanwhile, look at Kalevich. He's attacking Chilin here. Oh, he broke a little too early, and that wasn't great news for him. Meanwhile, big lockup for Burns. He's gone off the track, but he rejoins safely. Yeah.
Big lockup there.
Clearly, Varianta's cut is very difficult to judge right. You need to brake a little earlier so you can maximize your exit and get on the throttle as early as you can to carry a good line for a 2nd and 3rd part of the chicane, and then all the way onto the next straight. And Burns did the anatema of that, really, as now Rahul Patel is getting closer to Thomas Anderson. He's side by side with him, approaching the Parabolica. Is this going to be an easy pass for the Brit? And the answer is yes.
For now.
But don't forget what I've told you. As there's an engine blown for Tomaselli. Oh no! What a shame, man.
The Italians can't have any luck here in Italy. Unbelievable. Happens before in F1, and now Lorenzo Tomaselli. Unbelievable. 2nd race in a row. He has a problem in a good position.
Yeah, he had a mechanical problem in Belgium, which took away the win from him, maybe. And now any chance of points is gone out of the water with that engine failure. As now Anderson is trying to get back at Patel. He gets him. There will be yellow flags as soon as Tomaselli pulls over, meanwhile, as there's a lockup for Fastray. We've seen plenty of smoke today. And sadly, this is not the smoke anyone wants to see. Tomaselli What a shame. He was on. He had another great qualifying session. He was on for a great race, despite that bad start. Unfortunately, Lorenzo Tomaselli's race has come to a premature end. Now Valiger is making a move on Fashere. He's got him. No yellow flags just yet. There will be soon. Tomaselli still hasn't grounded to a halt. Anderson, meanwhile, defending from Patel, who tried to attack him in the second lesson, but it was never going to work. Patel's exit has been covered as a result. Yellows are finally out there onto the Roger. It is an overtaking opportunity, so watch out for some penalties if anyone tries to make a move in the coming laps. We got Bell for the lead meanwhile. Galloway taking McCarthy into Parabolica. Can he grab the lead? He's been catching up to him. I think he might have got him.
I think so, but Curtis is
He's got him, and Curtis has gone wide. Another error, and this time a much more consequential one. It's dropped him 2 places. He could lose yet another one. As here goes Adventure.
And
now McCarthy's gonna try to retake the lead. Galloway, can he get him on the brakes? Yes, he can. So Galloway, he went for the move in Parabolic and held the lead for a little bit, but he lost it again. Now then, Kalovic trying to make a move on Zorbach. He's fighting him hard, but I don't think he can make it work. Meanwhile, we need to take another look at Curtis's mistake. He was definitely pushing to try to catch up with the leaders. Galloway's had some very strong pace so far today. I think he's been quicker than McCarthy, but of course, fuel strategies could be a factor in that. Let's see the move again. It was nicely executed, but Galloway thought well about the execution, but not about what he does after that move, because McCarthy was able to slingshot past him using the slipstream and get back in front. So the moral of the story is, if you want to overtake anybody, you can do it at any corner you like, but I don't recommend doing it at Parabolica. It leaves you the most vulnerable.
Yeah, because you're going to be retaken. So yeah, it's not that useful to overtake.
Curtis's mistake here happened in the traction zone. He was fighting the car a little bit, tried to correct some oversteer, and that sent him in the gravel. Thankfully, he didn't hit the wall or anything like that, but he's definitely lost a couple of places, and he's gonna have to regain them all over again. As now Dudu Kurbi, thanks to that, has a shot at the podium. He's gonna try to overtake here, but there are yellow flags. Will Kurbi get the pass and the penalty? Yes, he will. It's a 5-second penalty for Dudu Kurbi. Aaron Curtis avoids the penalty, but this is not good news for Kurbi. It's brilliant news if your name is Anderson or Griffiths, and yeah. There's no debate on that one. I think it was clear to see for all. Straight up penalty for Kurbi, but we'll see again just to double check.
In the clear yellow zone, so yeah, 5 seconds. Fair enough.
Yeah, as obvious as it can be, really.
Now Curtis getting close to Adventure. Now trying to get back the Waters car.
I'm trying to variant of Scary. Yellow flags are gone meanwhile, so here goes Curtis for the move. Breaks late, but got him. Nicely done there. Griffiths is also gaining on these lot. Meanwhile, Skinner is defending the last point from Pascual, the only Campos left in the race. Adventure's trying to get back at Curtis, but this could propel Jamie Griffiths into this. He's going to try to make it 3 wide as they approach Parabolica. Adventure's already lost the place. Griffiths can make it 2 in 1 go. Yes, he can. For how much longer though? No, he can't anymore, but he'll still be in the slipstream, so that's good news for him. Watch out for Zorbach behind his teammate trying to get involved. And Adventure is going to the left of Griffiths. Both cons are attempting to make a move, but will Zorbach try to get past his teammate as well? Can he get all 3 of them? Nicholas Zorbach, here he comes. This is going to be a great move if he can make it work. And into turn 1, Zorbach doesn't make it work. He's hit Griffiths, and Griffiths is hit Curtis. Oh my god, the Irishman has picked up damage. I don't think either of the Carlins did. But that was definitely a very ambitious move for Zorbach. It backfired, but thankfully the consequences didn't end up on him, but they definitely did on Aaron Curtis. And he'll be cursing at Zorbach for that.
Unfortunate contact, but yeah, very optimistic move there by Zorbach.
This move was almost perfect. Of course, the flaw is that he caused the collision, but yeah, look how late he was.
Yeah, 3 wide in turn 1 at Monza never works. It's so rare to see 3 wide.
Thankfully, both he and his teammate got away unscathed. Though, yeah.
Whoa.
Well, look, Griffiths collided him before.
Yeah.
Griffiths collided with him first, I think. I don't think Zorbach had any part to play in that, even though he was gonna run wide anyway. Griffith just felt squeezed between the two of them, really.
It was like the crash between Kvyat and Vettel in 2014, in 2016
that's
China.
exactly what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking. Anyway, let's get back to the race. As now Max Gillen is gained the place because of Curtis, and now he's gonna try to gain another one. Who do you think, guys, in the chat is to blame for that incident? I want to hear your opinion, Franco and Flo. Let us know in the Discord chat since you can't talk today. Anyway,
I think that Nico was optimistic, but yeah, overall a racing incident. So no
says,
fan at all.
Zorbach is to blame. I think he would have the biggest blame in it, but I think it could have been avoided. Anyway, Skillen made the move on Adventure, but yeah, it was a very bold move from Zorbach, and it backfired. Whoa. Not on him, but still, I don't think I think he's been warned not to try anything like that again. It could have ended It could have ended very ugly for the Carlins. I'm going to tell you just that.
Absolutely, it will have been a disaster for both cars. So, luckily, they are able to continue. And now Watzel closing to Rahul Patel.
Yeah, he's getting a lot in the slipstream. I don't think he'll be able to have him here unless he gets very ambitious on the brakes. Patel's going to defend the inside here and cover it off nicely. Watzel had nowhere to go through.
Good defense there.
Absolutely agreed. As now, we're jumping at that in Adventure. He's still battling Max Gillen.
The two veterans battling for P8. There we go.
Yeah, Adventure is going to be able to stand it to Duarte de la Rocha. Yes. He's got him nicely there. Yes. Beautiful stuff from the former Monza winner. And yeah, he's back into 8th place, and Skillen might lose another one to Tomas Pascual because here comes a Portuguese man. That was a terrible exit from Skillen, and it's put him, Gallium overtaken, as now Galloway makes a move for the lead, but can't succeed with it.
Oh, bad exit for Galloway. He's losing time now.
Now Skillen will be under pressure from his own teammate Rahul Patel in the battle for P10. Let's see if the Brit can get him. Well, let's see if the Brit can get past the other Brit, but I think Skillen is actually attacking Pascual. Ooh, Pascual went wide there, but he was able to fend off the Virtuosis. Now Skillen has to go very slow here. Look how much time Pascual's pulled away by. Patel will be going for the left. Watson will be going for the right. And watch for Graf making moves behind as well. And Anderson getting involved too. Anderson could go for the inside here in Parabolica. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's backing out of it, thankfully. Patel lost a lot of places,
that Patel has been unlucky here. Patel has been a little bit screwed by his teammate.
He went to the left and Skillen put the squeeze on him. Patel had to slow down. And as a result of that, he lost a heap of places. 1, 2, 3, and you can see for yourself there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Watson is through, and Anderson will be attempting the same thing. We could have another big fight here. Look, Skillen trying to go for the move. So is Patel. He's trying to get past Graf. Now Graf is trying to take the move. Anderson looks like to be staying behind. Is Graf going to stand it? Can he get into P10? Let's see. Here goes Dennis Graf. For the brakes, and there's contact again with Skillen. Graf and Skillen have collided, and on the rejoin, is it safer now? Brunswick is having to go down a little bit, and there goes Pashby as well, but Graf is out.
Yeah.
Graf is out, and you can see that from a mile away, I'm afraid.
Very optimistic move there by Graf. Same situation that happened with Zorbach, but this time it ended badly with Graf crashing out.
There was a lockup for Watzel there, look. We're going to have to take a look at a replay as Brunswick makes a move on Wallinger. And now Burns on the outside trying to get Wallinger here. But turn 1 definitely had its fair share of chaos. And Dennis Graf, who tried to make it 3 places in one go. And it could have worked brilliantly, except that it didn't.
There we go. Well, yeah. This time it was never going to work.
Yeah, he understeered so much. I'm afraid the blame is on Graf for this one. He was trying to steer left here. And when he got back to the track, he just crashed into the wall in disgust.
And yeah, that's it for Dennis Graf today.
End of the road today. And I think this one is on him.
Trident. Disastrous race for Trident with the Bennett also very far from the group. With car damages.
Absolutely, a terrible day for them, but it is what it is. Better days will come, I'm sure of that, as now Patel makes a move on Watzel. So second last one, he has to back out there. Can make it work. Now Kalevich is attacking Griffiths, but he's staying behind at the moment. I think Griffiths needs to gain onto his teammate. Maybe some team orders will be at play in Carlin. Griffiths needs to finish as high as he can for the championship fight. Looking at Curtis, has he made a mistake? No, he hasn't.
No.
As now Kalevich
There we go.
is attacking
Karlovic,
Griffiths
P6,
into Parabolica. I think he'll be able to get him, and unfortunately not.
At the end of the straight,
as I
think.
said, that's probably going to be good news for him.
Yeah, I think now that you have a better chance to be ahead of Jamie. Let's see now. So we got Slipstream. The classic Slipstream here at 1, and there we go.
The position is his. Good effort for Kalevich. Now we got the outgoing pre-cars fighting. Anderson against Watson, but Skillen is also there, look. Anderson's going to have to center on his own teammate, and he doesn't want to do it in the championship. He's being very hesitant today. Yeah, meanwhile, Fastray made the move on Pratsiuk.
Meanwhile, Patel P10. Unseen by the cameras, I think he has passed bot ART. Don't know where. Oh, where? Oh, there. A spot there.
Nice and easy into
way before Parabolica. Yeah, great move. And now he's pulling away from the two ART Grand Prix. There we go. Now they are battling each other, with Anderson having a bit of a mistake.
There's definitely going to need to be some team orders in play because Anderson needs those points. And right now, if his teammates close him down outside of him, he's not going to have a good shot. He's having to defend from Skillen here, look, and it's not helping his chances at all at the minute.
And also Fagery coming behind, and Pratsuk as well, with Baldinger not so far. And there we go, Skillen trying now to move, but he's far and he's breaking down.
It wasn't going to work, and Skillen's attack has been halted. Anderson will be trying to get away from him, regroup, and try to attack his teammate Watzel. Meanwhile, Skillen's going to have to worry about Isaac Fetchery coming up from behind into Parabolica. Might have a shot to get him, we'll see. Meanwhile, Kalevich has already caught up to Nicolas Zurbach. He should be able to overtake him here. And towards the first corner, lay on the brakes, he's going to go. Kalevich is up to 5th place.
Yes, done. Yes, done. Good move there by Mariko Kalevich with buff.
Now, Max Skillen is on the attack. He needs to gain back some places. He's attacking Fastray into the Retifilio, and he's got him.
Yes.
Obviously, Skillen had that collision with Graf. He didn't take any damage, but he lost a lot of time. And he'll be trying to fight back as hard as he can.
From the top 10.
I don't think it was Skillen's fault, really. There wasn't much he could have done. Graf just understeered into him. As now Protsuk is attempting a move on Fastray. Can Protsuk get him? No, he can't. That's not great news for him. He could put him into the clutch of Ben's Ballinger.
And maybe here he can do it. No.
Curtis is the fastest lap meanwhile. But Wallinger is staying put for now in the second last one. He might have a shot to Ascari. But I think Protsuk will have the bigger opportunity. He's going to try to attack. Let's see if he can get from Fastray. Is Wallinger just going to sit there and wait? Looks like it. There's not enough space for 3 cars. Protsuk will make the move. Burns also making a move on Wallinger.
Burns made it.
Yeah, Protsuk didn't, but Kyle Burns certainly did. He's up to 16th place, and he is chasing Ruslan Protsuk. But I think Ben's Wallinger wants to have a second bite of the cherry. He wants to get back in front of the American. Let's see if we can have him into Curva Parabolica. No.
Quite close. Not yet. Maybe after the
second meanwhile between the two leaders, look. Karfi against Galloway, and I think Dudu Kurbi is gaining on him as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Meanwhile, Ben's Wallinger will have the inside. He should be able to pass him easily. And we'll just have to wait for that pass to happen in a few seconds, which is about now, actually. Here goes Wallinger late on the brakes. And it looks like he's got Kyle Burns, yes.
Very soon it's going to happen a battle between the two Carlins, probably, with Nicolas Zobak and Jamie Griffiths, which will be crucial also for Jamie.
Meanwhile, we need to take a look at this again. Galloway, Franco, please don't interrupt all the time. But anyway, Galloway is trying to move on McCarthy, can make it work there. The more I was going to say, the more these guys keep squabbling, as Curry says in our fastest lap, the more these guys squabble, the closer it'll bring Dudu Kurbi and Joel Warson into the fight. So if Galloway wants to use his superior pace, which I assume he has, he needs to make that move quickly. And into Parabolica, he seems to have made it, but that's not the wisest decision because McCarthy will be back behind him, slipstreaming him, and will pressure him.
Oh, watch out that Galloway is not going to the left, he's on the right to defend the line, and probably is going to work.
McCarthy didn't stay in the slipstream, that's very weird. And they almost touched there. McCarthy made a late switch, but Galloway's been able to hold on to a position. I don't understand McCarthy there. He had a great chance to counterattack if he just pulled back into his slipstream and then launched down the brakes. But he didn't. He tried to keep side by side with him, and that was the result. That was the failure, and Jake Galloway has taken the lead.
Great defense at the straight. That helps a lot Jake to have.
I don't want to be harsh on McCarthy, but he could have definitely thought of a better way to retake that position.
Yeah, and now Dudu Kurbi is getting close. Also, 1.3.
Don't forget about Watson.
And also Watson. You're right, Rob.
It's not over yet for McCarthy, though. He's still close behind Galloway, and he will have the slipstream when we get on the Corvette Serralio. He won't be able to make an attack. I'll definitely gain the slipstream. Who knows, he might have a shot in towards Parabolica or somewhere like that. We'll see. He is gaining in that slipstream. He should have gotten that slipstream on the main straight, but he's getting it now. Looks like his teammate Contino will be pitting at the end of this lap anyway. Is it a scheduled stop or does he have a problem? We'll see.
It seems like that you have a problem, maybe. I don't know, because it's way too early.
We're looking at Galloway. He's trying to keep McCarthy behind. He's going to try to extend his gap as best as he can. He's fueled lighter than him, so he needs to make it work as much as he humanly can. He needs to keep pulling away, not let him get the toe. And it appears to be working so far for him. Jake Galloway extending his advantage to 1 second.
I don't know what happened to
we got pit call for Warson. No, I think it's a regular pit call because we got some other pit calls, look. Meanwhile, Burns trying to make a move on Metzwalinger into the Parabolica. He's got him nicely and easily initially, but on exit he can get him. It'll be interesting though as these guys remain side by side. It's gonna go all the way down to the Retifilio as Rahul Patel has made an early stop.
Undercut to the other cars ahead. Let's see if it's going to work.
Well, Burns' pass isn't going to work. Wallinger stays in front of him.
Great defense there by Vandigo.
Yeah.
Even if it's a P50
yellow flag for Bennett. He's out of the race. Looks like it's been a puncture. Yeah, it's a puncture that took care of Thomas Bennett, and his race has gone from bad to worse. Yeah, his spa heroics, I'm afraid. There's been no repeat of that.
And that's the race done and dusted for the Trident team, with both Thomas Bennett and Dennis Craft retired.
Yeah, indeed. And Trident might as well start packing up early.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Bennett. Very unlucky race once again.
Yeah, but of course, if Trident need to know where they're going next. I think that the team at Trident know. Obviously, everyone doesn't know just yet. We will let you know at the end of the race. Continues making a scheduled stop, and meanwhile, Galloway continues to extend his lead over McCarthy. The gap has increased. Yellow flags are gone in the meantime. 1.4 seconds. Dudu Kurbi will be attacking him soon enough if he doesn't get passed by Warson first. But Warson is pitting. Joe Warson, this is an interesting strategy. He could be trying to get that jump onto the Kurbi.
It's an undercut then. Let's see what will happen there. And where he rejoin. It's important to rejoin, not on traffic.
21 laps of fuel in his wagon. And Joe Warson has a 7.7 second stop. Where is he going to emerge? That's going to be key. And if the undercut or overcut is stronger, that'll be the debate of the day. As Ruslan Protiuk is making a move. I think the overcut could be stronger though, as people are setting personal best laps quite often. As now Protiuk is making a move on Fasheray. He made it work. Meanwhile, Wallinger attacking Burns. into the first corner. Can he get him this time? And this time he can. Nicely done there from Wallinger. Warson came out in front of Hungarian, so that'll be good news for him. He won't be impeded. Let's see if that'll help him get the jump onto the Kirby, perhaps, who is pitting this lap, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, let's see that. Where he
Kirby
will
is
return.
the personal best, so the overcut should be pretty strong. It's not just him. Kalovic behind, also on the personal best.
Yeah,
So I
I
think the guys with the overcut could have the advantage. And that would be good news for Chuck McCarthy if he wants to get back in the fight for the win and get in front of Galloway.
Zorbach is pitting, if I see correctly, or Griffith, I don't know yet.
Anyway, Dodo Kirby is pitting right now.
Let's see if the other championship contender is pitting also as well. Yes, he is, and also Adventure.
Yeah. In goes Kirby. He might be held up if his mechanics aren't careful. We'll see. He's gonna get held up by Griffiths.
Oh yes.
It looks like he is not.
Little bit.
He is not.
Little bit.
Well, not so much. Griffiths in for his stop as well. He's not racing with Kirby, but he'll be trying his best. Let's see if Kirby manages to stay in front of Warson. You can see him there, and Kirby has done enough to stay in front.
He's in front, so yeah, he kept the position. Good job by the...
Slow stop from Griffiths, 8.5 seconds, but he stayed in front of Adventure at the very least. As now Protsuk is attacking skill, and can he make the move work? Here goes the Russian. These two guys collided a few times in Spa, but this time they keep it clean.
Galloway spitting.
Yes, the race leader will be boxing, as now Protsuk can't get the breakthrough into the Lesmo. This could give faster an opportunity as he's behind these guys. But Protsuk will have another shot into Variante Ascari.
Let's see now, after the Variante Ascari, what will happen there.
Can't make it free wide, so Protsuk will have the opportunity to attack. Into Variante Ascari, he's got him. Very decisive on the brakes, what you need. As now Jake Galloway is coming in for a stop. He's built a 2-second gap on Chuck McCarthy. Let's see if he'll be able to hold on to it after a pit stop phase. And it's Galloway.
Let's see if he will rejoin ahead of to the Kirby comfortably.
That was a good stop. Well, he should be in front of Kirby, no problem. I don't see why he'd be behind him. Out goes Galloway. That's
he's way ahead. Yeah, he's way ahead.
You know, Fasher is making a move on skill, and looks like he's not gonna get him because he locks up.
Saved up at last minute. Also,
Warson losing
Wallinger.
touch here to Wallinger. Overcut clearly stronger. The guys who pitted are in trouble here, look.
Kyle Burns pits.
Yeah, Burns is in. 6.2 seconds stop. I think that's the quickest we've seen today, as Curtis sets another fast lap. Protsuk makes the move on Galloway. That could harm him. That could harm him. As I said, the guys who pitted are vulnerable to the guys who stayed out on lighter fuel. Skillen's making the move into the Lesmo. Galloway kept him behind, but Skillen cost him so much time here, look.
I think Galloway is gonna be furious to his teammate for this move there at turn number 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be furious because Kirby is also closing in, and
Skillen makes the move here, but Galloway could get him back in the second part.
Oh yeah, bad action.
Either way, Jake Galloway has lost so much time as a result of this. McCarthy could get a jump on him if this continues. Here goes Skillen, and look at Kirby, he's caught right up.
Yeah, that's why I think Galloway is going to be very, very hungry against his teammate and McCarthy.
7.2 second stop, he's coming out of the pits. Protsuk is ahead of him, but McCarthy is in front of these guys who kept squabbling, and Chuck McCarthy is back in the lead of the race. Meanwhile, Dodo Kirby is sitting nicely behind. He's not going to try to make a move, but Skillen is. Here goes Skillen, he's got Galloway. I think Ruslan Protsuk just cost his teammate the race win. He just handed it over to Chuck McCarthy, as Anderson's also in 6.8 second stop for the championship leader. Good stop there. But yeah, Protsuk gave the lead over to Chuck McCarthy. And Galloway is going to be
Unbelievable.
fuming at that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Skillen will come in this lap. Flash Ray won't.
And
Kalevich
now
is now in the
also
lead.
Fraser has passed Galloway, so Kirby is right behind him. A lot of drivers are pitting also Prociuk. We can
But
see
Galloway is going to try to
on
make
that
a move.
panel.
Zorbach is coming in this lap.
Kalevich
Kalevich is staying
going.
out still. Yeah. In comes Nicolas Zorbach. The German currently in second. He'll be considering that for the moment, though, as he comes in, of course. Loads of people who are still on track, who haven't stopped yet, are saying personal best sectors, personal best laps. The overcut is clearly stronger here. Pashko and
I
Wassel are
think
also in.
it's going to be important
McCarthy.
at the end when Kalevich is going to have a stronger pace.
Yeah, who knows? Kalevich could even fight for the podium, perhaps. 6.9 seconds stop. Where's that going to put him? As now, Wallinger is attacking Corby. Warson is also getting involved.
Oh,
Wallinger's got him. Will Warson try to switch to the inside and attack Corby? No, he won't. But Wallinger is through.
Wallinger is through, and now Watterson is a direct rival of Kirby. So spirit of man at the moment, and the adventure is getting the place to Griffiths.
Got Griffith.
I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see this again. Oh, Corby made a move on Galloway into Parabolica, but it was very misguided. It just didn't work. And he lost so much time as he was all running wide on
Very
exit
wide.
there. Yeah, on entry.
Very optimistic move.
Well, it's cost him the place. Wallinger is yet to pit, of course. But if he wanted to chase Jay Galloway, his efforts have been slowed down as Corby's trying again.
Nothing.
Now it failed. Wallinger will come in this lap.
And also Kalevich is coming. So let's see where he will rejoin.
Maybe he could even be in on the podium, I think. We'll see. Especially how much Galloway and friends have been slowed down.
I think even ahead of Kirby and Watterson, maybe.
Well, Corby is making a move on Wallinger. Let's see if we can make it work into Variant Ascari.
Yes, done it.
Got him.
Yes.
Kalevich is in. And Kalevich's teammate will be next to attack Benz Wallinger. But in comes the Bosnian. 6.1 second stop. That's the quickest of the day. And where's that going to put him? Can he get out in front of Galloway? Or maybe even in front of McCarthy. Where's McCarthy? Wait a minute. Could Kalevich have taken the lead with this? McCarthy is going here, look. And the Kalevich might be in front of him after all. Let's see. Yes, Kalevich has the lead.
Yes, done it. What a scene. What a scene.
What effort.
The overcut has worked pretty well.
That was brilliant. Kalevich is in the lead of the race.
Great stint.
Yeah, not the stint as a whole, just the last few laps. When you're really starting pushing. And also his pit stop was great, you gotta give him that. That was a bloody brilliant effort from the Rapax guys. And I want to look, where did Kalevich start exactly?
I think he was even 10 seconds behind when actually the other drivers pitted, so he did a brilliant overcut. Yeah,
indeed. And now Marko Kalevich is in the lead, and it appears he's pulling away from McCarthy a little bit with fresh tires he's got. Sean McCarthy's chances of the win are looking less and less likely at the minute. Noel Larson is up in P5. I think he'll be either elated or surprised to learn his teammate got the jump on him. He's up in the leader race.
Yeah, incredible.
That jump was fantastic for Kalevich. The others were squabbling and tripping over themselves, losing so much time. And Kalevich got the jump straight up on all of them.
1.6 is gaining also McCarthy, so he's going probably to fly away.
He's going to have to sell for a second as it stands. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. Galloway is far, yeah. Not
yeah. Jay Galloway has got to be cursing because Ruslan Prociuk threw the win away. I think Galloway has every right to be mad at that. His teammate made a very unnecessary move into Ante de la Roja. Let's leave it at that.
Absolutely. I think that maybe
They were on
not to
different
win, but
strategies.
for
They weren't
sure.
supposed to be racing each other. But yeah.
Yeah. It would have been probably close with McCarthy, but he has lost way
We'll have to wait and see
a lot
on
of
that
time.
one.
Also,
Anyway,
so
the gap
far,
is up to 1.7 seconds. Now up to 2 seconds.
Kirby with a penalty is going to be P6 with a gap.
Yeah, indeed. He's got that 5-second penalty. I almost forgot about it for a second, but thanks for the reminder. That penalty is not going to help Judo Kirby. And he got that penalty passing Warson. Now looks like Warson is coming at him with a vengeance. Gonna try to get past him on track. Zorbak is also trying to close up, as is Adventure. Maybe Griffiths and maybe also Patel. Yeah, Patel up in 9th place. Had a solid comeback.
Great comeback so far from Patel. Starting P20 and now is P9, floating to one of the championship contenders.
14 places Kalovic has gained. Can you believe that? Insane.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was in the midfield earlier in the race. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, is in the lead. We've got 10 and a bit laps to go. And Kalovic is looking like the #1 favorite to win this race.
Yeah, it reminds me of 2018 feature race when Makino, starting from P13, I think, has won the race with a beautiful overcut. So, yeah, Kalovic literally did the same. So, if he is going to win, it's really deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think anyone saw this coming. But if you can hold on, you'll be very, very happy with that, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Rahul Patel's also made a strong comeback. He's gained 11 places. And could gain yet another one if he gets past Jamie Griffiths, but he's not going to be close enough anytime soon. He's going to have to wait at least a lap if he wants to make that pass.
Close now. Under a second.
3.3, Kalovic is extending the gap.
Wow, Kalovic is flying away.
Yeah, he is. But meanwhile, Griffiths, Patel is gaining on him. But Jamie Griffiths isn't too worried about it at the moment. Of course, he will be worried later. At the minute, his main objective, as there's a yellow flag behind. Who is it for? It's Zorbak. For Zorbak! Zorbak's had a spin! Oh no, how did this happen?
I think at Parabolic he has lost it and yes, spun. But Zorbak is out probably.
Yes, Zorbak is out. And what a shame for Nicholas Zorbak. It was looking like a great race. But it's all come to nothing as a result of that mistake.
He was having a very good race.
He was on a personal best lap as well, look. He was just pushing clearly a lot. Trying to catch up to Warson. But he pushed a little too hard. Went wide on the exit of Parabolica, look.
Yeah. He lost it completely.
And once he put a wheel on the gravel, he lost it completely. There was no saving that.
He was lucky that there was no one very close to him. So no one crashed with him. Yeah, sadly.
I don't think you can say he was lucky when he's out of the race because of that mistake.
Oh, well, lucky. The others are lucky, but not him. So,
well, yeah. It's also certainly helped Rahul Patel, who's gained a place, and now could gain another as he attacks Zorbak's teammate Jamie Griffiths, who is defending the inside into De La Roja. So Patel can't get through.
Watch out that from behind that Pascal is coming as well.
Yeah, confirmation that Zorbak is out, and that's an unfortunate retirement. But it's entirely a driver error, I'm afraid.
Yeah, what a shame. That's the second retirement this season for Nicholas. After
the season hasn't gone as great as you wanted.
That's the race. Yeah, this season has been a bit unfortunate for him. So far, he's outside top 10 in the standings. Even if he has won in Bahrain, he has a very, very tricky season so far.
Anyway, we need to move to Rahul Patel as he's attacking Jamie Griffiths and towards Parabolica. Let's see if we can get him to take P7 from him. Yes, he can, but Griffiths will try to bounce back with the slipstream. Franco, please, let's let the other one finish when we're talking, okay? As Griffiths Griffiths is gonna try to make a move. In the slipstream, Patel can't do much. He's gonna put the squeeze on him. Doesn't look like it. It's a fair and square fight, and Griffiths is gonna try to send into one to retake the place, which he does. He's back up in the 7th, and Patel, I think, has been reminded that Griffiths isn't gonna let him get ahead of him that easily.
Great move. He also has pulled away from Raul a bit.
So, yeah, Griffiths needs to chase after Adventure and maybe get it within 5 seconds of Dodo Kirby. That could be a little bit of a reach, but you never know. Well, Kirby looks like he's shaking off Watterson. He's chasing Jake Galloway, but let's not forget, Kirby has that 5-second penalty, so he's gonna need to pull 5 seconds of Watterson if he wants to hold on to the places. Pashtray has to back out here after failed move on Cal Burns.
I don't know how far is Adventure from Kirby. I think more
Kirby's
than 5 seconds.
14.5 seconds down on Kalevich, and I think Adventure's 22.4. So Adventure will need to gain a further 3 seconds to attack Dodo Kirby. As now, speaking of attack, Patel is making a move once again on Griffiths at Parabolica. Will it play out the same as last time? Well, the first part of it sure does. For Act 2, Griffiths will try to mount a comeback. He's gaining in the slipstream, and this could be a deja vu from the previous slap. Let's see if Griffiths can pull it off again.
It's going to be a deja vu, probably. As you said. Yes, it is.
I feel like I've seen this one before. But anyway, Griffiths has taken the position again for Patel in the exact same manner. And this time, Patel might have to worry, because this is bringing Tomasz Pascual into the fight as well. Maybe this is what Griffiths has wanted to do.
Yeah, that's probably the plan of trying to have another 12 team. And
it's the Reed Sorensen master Franco. It's the Reed Sorensen master plan.
Jimmy Griffiths master plan. Well,
Yes.
I
Anyway.
see dirty tactics.
Patel is gaining in the slipstream. He's gonna have a shot at Griffiths into Variante Ascari. The two Brits are squabbling here for position. And can Patel get him if he's late enough on the brakes? This time, yes he can. He's got him.
Oh yeah,
There won't be any fight back from Griffiths here. There was a fastest lap. Meanwhile, who was it for? Was it for Kalevich or for someone else?
Where's the number 1 on the left of his name? Probably Kalevich, I think.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, it's probably gone to him, but we'll check later. Griffiths might have to contend with losing another position to Tomasz Pascual.
There we go, Pascual.
He's gaining massively in the slipstream. He's gonna have the inside. And if you're on the inside, most of the time you'll make the move work. And Pascual, he's not gonna be an exception to that. He makes it
By the way,
nice
Florian
and easy.
confirms us. Sorry, Robert. Florian confirmed to us that it was Kalevich who set the fastest up.
Okay. Right. Now we're looking at Protsiuk. He is racing 1-year Grand Prix. That being Thomas Anderson, the championship leader, might have to lose his lead as he's lost P11 just now. He'll definitely lose his lead considering where Dodo Kirby is. But Anderson, I'm sure you want to get out of this race with at least 1 point. As it stands, he's not going to get it. Look how much time he's lost to Protsiuk since he got overtaken already. The gap's almost a second, maybe even is a second at this point. Anderson just lacking pace altogether this time. He may have 3 wins, but you need consistency to win the championship. I'm not going to say Anderson's inconsistent. He's also got other podium finishes. But this won't be good for his championship hopes. You need to hope for a better showing next time at the Beep circuit. Anyway, Pashtray tried to move on Burns. He can make it work.
Well,
Also, guys, have you figured out quite yet what the next race is? Guys, don't forget, the hint I gave you is the word 2. So if you can use that hint to figure out the race, let us know your thoughts in the chat. What do you think the race is? You're going to find out sooner or later anyway. And sooner rather than later. As now Wallinger will be trying a move.
There we go. In the straight, Baldinger is probably going to get P15. Yes, he's going to get it.
Well, that
Move
wasn't
down.
so difficult. Nicely done.
Faisure is sadly dropping down once again.
Meanwhile, I
Not
would like
having
to
an
check.
good race.
There's one gap I want to keep an eye on, and that's the gap between Adventure and Kirby, because I think he could be gaining, and if he keeps pushing, he might be able to get within 5 seconds. So keep an eye on that in Adventure, because I think he might have been informed. He might have a shot at P4 after all.
Yeah, he's
Sorry, not
definitely in
P4,
contention for
P5. P5.
P5.
He's
Yeah,
got 5 laps to go in this race.
5 to go. Wow, this race has literally flew.
Well, the second half, well, I think has, but the first half, it felt like it was going on for a long time. It was definitely entertaining, though. Don't misunderstand that. As now, we're looking at Fashere. He's gaining on Wallinger, but he's not gaining sufficiently.
There we go. Fraser is now trying once again to pass Baldinger at Parabolica.
I don't think he'll be close enough here. But he actually did get him initially. Wallinger could bounce back on exit, though. Now it looks like Fashere's got him, but Wallinger will be still side by side with him. But this is the same mistake McCarthy made. You need to get into the slip. Should not try to brave it side by side on the outside. It's not going to work. And I think that is the position for Fashere. It is.
Yes, done the same that Galloway has done before with McCarthy. And he has got the plate now.
Speaking of Galloway, could be catching on to the back of John McCarthy. The gap is shrinking. It's not. It was 5 seconds earlier, now it's just 4 seconds. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on that. Marko Kalevic, meanwhile, he's had a superb overcut, and now he's just cruising. He's got
over
just
10
4 laps to
seconds
go
of a gap.
before he takes his first win.
Over 10 seconds of a gap. What another stint is this?
And he started in 15th place. Well, his first stint wasn't that fantastic, apart from the overtakes he made. But his overcut and the second stint have definitely been fantastic. There's only 4 laps to go in this race. 3.9. Gap is shrinking. Galloway could catch McCarthy by the end of this race. So their fight could resume yet again. Do the 4Bs. Advantage over Wars in 3.7 seconds. But what about the advantage to Adventure?
It's a lot. I see. Yeah, 8.2 overall. So yeah,
Meanwhile, Burns, he made a mistake here. Yeah. Look, went off the track. Ooh, almost went to the gravel. Thankfully, he didn't. But it's cost him time. But he didn't lose the position because Fasher tried to get him on the outside, and that was never going to work.
Probably at the exit of turn 1 is going to be at. With the slipstream here.
Yeah, I think he'll get him nice and easy.
Also, don't underrate the comeback from Raul Pazel, who gained 13 places.
No, of course, it is a brilliant comeback, but I think it will be overshadowed by Kalevic winning the race as Fasher makes the move.
Absolutely. Kalevic has done a masterpiece today.
Yeah, indeed. Everyone thought Galloway or McCarthy or Kirby could win the race, but Kalevic surprised everyone with that jump, and he definitely showed why he deserved the win after that with a great pace, as Wallinger can't make the move there. Wallinger is actually being caught up by his teammate Aaron Curtis, as a matter of fact. Galloway is 3.6 behind McCarthy. He continues to gain. We've got 3 laps to go in this race, and Galloway, who knows, he might be able to catch him by the end. We'll see.
Let's see now also what will happen for P8, because it seems it's close between Pascal Griffiths and also Eric Watson.
Wallinger is going for the move here. Burns is trying to hold him off, and he can't hold him off. Wallinger is losing time, not just to him, but Aaron Kurz behind. His teammate will be catching him as it stands. You can see the other Prema there, look, behind.
Great recovery from Curtis. He was way far back the other after the collision with the unfortunate crash with Griffiths in the first few laps of the race.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we're on board with Galloway. Yeah. Galloway is trying to gain as hard as he can on John McCarthy, But I think he'll be a tall order to try to pass him as well. We'll see. For the curva there, Serralio goes Jake Galloway. He is at a personal best in the first sector. I think he can do it in the second sector as well. The death penalty is a little bit bad at the moment. Kalevich is also on a personal best. This could be our fastest lap of the race. Let's see as he's about to start his penultimate lap. And Kalevich set our fastest lap. Bosnian is going to cross the line very shortly. Is this another purple? No, it's not, but we've got 2 laps to go. And I want to look at the gap between McCarthy and Galloway, because that could be interesting.
3 seconds.
You can see Galloway is closing, but will he have enough time? I don't think he will. The gap has actually gone up a little bit in McCarthy's favor.
No. I think that's it. McCarthy got P2 in the bag.
Yeah, probably. But you never know. Anyway, McCarthy, I think he'll be a little bit disappointed not to have been able to win the race. But he'll be happy with P2 considering his season so far. He'll get a very well-deserved first podium of the season. It'll definitely energize him, I think. He had a chance for a great result in Spa before he collided with Kalevich on the penultimate lap. Now, these 2 guys will finish first and second, so definitely redemption for both of them. As now, Wallinger is trying to make a move on Burns.
There we go. Wallinger trying to get the position there. And he has died. Oh, what's up, Austin Griffiths?
Sends Griffiths down to P10. It's only going to be 1 point for Jamie Griffiths as it stands. Could be 0 if Ruslan Protsu gets his way, but Marek Vukalevich will start the last lap of the race very shortly. I also want to keep an eye on the gap between Corby and Warson, because Corby has 4 seconds over Warson. If he gets another 1, it'll be enough to offset the penalty. So Corby will stay P4 if he gains 1 second. As we're on to the last lap of the race.
There we go.
Burns is losing touch to Wallinger. I don't know why we're looking at him.
I think he has done a bit of on this year.
It's not a good race for him. Marek Vukalevich, though, we need to talk about him. Because he started in P15. He kept pushing and had some great fights along the way. And got an incredible jump. And now Kurz is going to make the move on Burns. If he can make it work, and he can't make it work, I'm afraid. But Kalevich, he got taken out by McCarthy. He got wiped out by McCarthy on the penultimate lap at Spa when he was looking very good for P6. Kalevich has taken pole twice this season but has never won. He took podium in Baku. Well, if he keeps it going for the last half a lap, Kalevich will be a winner. All he has to do is bring it home, nice and easy. And Marek Vukalevich will take his first ever GP2 victory. And what a way to win it, an incredible comeback. He started in P15 on the grid. He had his fair share of fights, but in the second stint, he was absolutely incredible. Clearly the fastest car in the second stint. He pulled away from everybody, and he just looked sublime. And as a result of that, Marek Vukalevich gets redemption after that bad luck in Spa. He had bad luck in Spa, but he wins in Monza. Marek Vukalevich comes through to take his first ever victory. Kalevich is the winner.
One of the best GP2 victory ever seen. I'm gonna be honest.
Now look at this. Protsu throw Griffiths out of the points with this move. And yes, no points for Jamie Griffiths. What a shame.
Watch out now at Parabolica.
McCarthy finishes second. He'll be happy with that. Galloway. He'll be cursing at Protsu. He took away the win from him, maybe. Corby finishes 4th on the road, but will be 4th at the end of it. We'll check the gap to Warson.
Yeah, he's behind. He's behind.
Corby is P5, Warson P4. Patel, great comeback for him. Don't ignore him. He is P7. Pashko P8. What's up P9? Brodzuk will be P10. He took it at the last moment. And Jamie Griffiths will be disappointed to lose the points at the end of it all. Anderson P12. So the 2 championship contenders other than Corby have had a terrible day. Corby has taken the championship lead with that 5th place. Wallinger will finish 15th in front of Burns 16th and Curtis 17th. We still got 1 car left. It's Gabriel Quintino. His teammate had a great race. He unfortunately didn't. He got involved in the chaos at the start. And yeah, Gabriel Quintino will finish last today, I'm afraid.
Yeah, another bad race for Quintino. Another unfortunate race, actually.
Yeah, but Marko Kukalovic, you need to focus on him. He's the man of the moment, and he's a first-time winner. What a drive from the Italian. Absolute 10 out of 10 in my book, and I don't think I've ever seen a better first victory than this. Of course, Krzysztof Berenek's last lap shenanigans in Istanbul were a very fantastic victory, but this one is fantastic as well. You gotta give it.
Absolutely incredible performance. It was pretty epic.
Indeed. Yeah, so here we have the full race results. It is victory in Italy for Marko Kukalovic. Sean McCarthy, he finishes second. He got passed by Galloway initially in the first stint, but he got him in the end. Jake Galloway will be fuming. I think he felt he had a chance to win that race, but his teammate Protiuk kind of screwed him over. Either way, Galloway will take another podium at Monza. He's taken podium every single time he's raced at Monza, so he'll be happy with that. Dodo Corby P4 on the road, but he'll be relegated to P5 with that 5-second penalty for passing other yellows. Either way, Corby takes the championship lead back. Joe Larson is in P4 in front of Corby, with Daniel Adventure P6. Good finish for him. Rahul Patel was pretty much unseen for most of the race, but he made it count. He climbed a lot of places to go up into P7. Great effort. Tomasz Pascual P8. The only Campos finishing this race because of Tomaselli's bad luck, I'm afraid. Henry Watzel P9. Ruslan Protiuk is in P10 after ruining his teammates' chances for the win, I guess. But Protiuk got the last point on the last lap, so he'll be happy with that. And one man who won't be happy with that is Jamie Griffiths, because one of the championship contenders loses all points and gets no points from this race. And I that's Thomas Anderson P12. You can do the rest.
We are Max Killen, right?
Yeah. No, P12.
Okay, Max Killen, P12. So Max Killen P13, Fraser P14, Baldinger P15, Ryan Burns P16, Curtis P17 with 2 stops. So good effort to be close with the back marker group to have recovered at least the quiver. And then at the end, Gabriel Quintino, which sadly finishes P18. And last of the drivers that has crossed line, retirement driver are Nicolas Zorbach. We saw the crash at Parabolica. Then Thomas Bennett crashed at turn 1 and then a puncture. Great race. And Dennis Graf with an unfortunate crash at turn 1, seeing him retiring from the race. And sadly, Italians had any luck in this Italian Grand Prix, and as well as it happened with Lorenzo Tomaselli retiring from the race with an engine failure.
Yeah, we're gonna proceed with the national anthems shortly, but first we'll take a look at the fastest lap, and it's gone to Marko Kukalovic, I assume. And I'm actually not seeing the screenshot at the minute because my things froze out for a little bit, but we will see.
It was a very,
Kukalovic has the fastest lap. He took it from Curtis by half a tenth. So, but still, these two guys were quite clear. The rest of the field. Look, 6 tenths to Jake Galloway.
Then Patel before, so good pace from him.
It's 27 points for Marko Kukalovic. I want to see where that puts him in the standings, because he's gained a lot.
Yeah, he has gained a lot. Probably, if I'm right, P5 maybe, because 27 points is 33 points. Yeah, 5th place in the standings.
I think so. Anyway, before we proceed with the national anthem, I want you to remember the hint, guys. 2, the number 2. That's the hint for the next race. If you can figure out, tell us in the chat right now if you have an idea what it is. But until then, please enjoy the national anthem of Bosnia and Herzegovina. All right. I finally got the confirmation from Fraud that the national anthem is over. So up next, I'm going to reveal to you the standalone race, and the hint I gave you guys was the number 2. Why is that exactly? Because we're racing right outside the city on 2 continents. There are some cities in the world on 2 continents, but only one of them is massive. We're racing on the city of World's Desire. We'll be racing on the Asian side, and we'll be racing in Istanbul, Turkey for the next one. We'll be going to Istanbul Park just like last season, and definitely it's gonna be one hell of a race. So mark this in your calendars. Istanbul will be the next standalone race. And what do you think of that, guys?
I think they are happy. Definitely. Me as well, Isa. I am happy as well.
Well, we got some guesses in the chat with some guys saying it was Laguna Seca, but no, it's actually Istanbul, so it's definitely gonna be happy. And now, since Flo can't talk, he'll answer us in the live show, but I will tell you his choice. But who is your driver of the day, guys? Mine is Marko Kalevic. Single greatest individual drive by any driver this season, in my opinion. This race at Monza was absolutely brilliant from him.
I have the same
and Flo
opinion.
has the same opinion as. So a lot of free in agreement there. Kalevic gets the driver of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And congrats, Joe, you got the guess right. And we will be going to Istanbul. We had epic scenes last season there with Krzysztof Baranek taking a historic victory by running out of fuel across the line. Who knows if that'll happen again? Well, not Krzysztof Baranek because he's not racing, but who knows what drama we'll have when we get to Turkey in 2 weeks' time. GP2 will be going right outside Europe, just a little bit outside to the Asian side of Istanbul. It's definitely going to be worth it. Either way, Marko Kalevic is victorious. Chuck McCarthy second, Jake Galloway third. Quite an interesting podium and an interesting race. Corby with P5, he's taken back the championship lead, but he's only gained 10 points. Definitely nothing that can be overcome. The fight is still up there, and I'm sure Anderson and Griffiths will try to bounce back as hard as they can. But anyway, what a race this has been. And thank you, Frank, for joining me for the commentary today. Thank you, Fro, for hosting, and I hope your condition improves because we're friends. I don't want you to be sick or anything. But yeah, thank you, Frank, for joining me.
Thank you, Rob, for the magnificent commentary today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate commentating with you. It's a rare occasion, so I gotta make the most of it.
Yeah.
And it's an honor. And yeah, today was quite an entertaining race. Thank you so much, guys. Maybe not race of the season, but definitely drive of the season for Marko Kalevic. He got redemption for what happened in Spa on the penultimate lap, and what a way. First victory, and what a brilliant one it's been. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you again in Istanbul in 2 weeks. Don't forget about the top class race, but that's already happened, or a chunky victory. And yeah, don't forget, Formula E is going to Monaco next, so there's that. But until then, we'll see you around for the next one, guys. Take care, and ciao, ciao.
Arrivederci.